Hello and welcome back to Maximum Fucking Efficiency in Settlers Rise of Cultures. This is it, this is the big one. Mission 11, getting straight into it because this is not my first attempt, of course. Yeah, this map is not the easiest, as you may know. So attempt number, I don't know how many. Yeah, I'm kinda getting tired of shit at this point. Again, once again, I'm recording my voice, my commentary after the fact that this map was completed. And yeah, this is the start of the map. And like in Mission 10, we're gonna experience similar things. Lots of cuts, lots of saves, loads, and it's not necessary because the map is hard, you know? Yeah, the initial part of the map is difficult, that's a fact. You have to do this a lot of times to get a hang on it. But this game, man, I'm never playing this game again, I swear. Even though it's a fine game, you know? It's a good game, but you know, the stability issues that it has, I've looked it up on the internet, yeah, I was very disappointed. I was on my death, pretty much, with this game. Fucking piece of shit. It crashed on me so many times I can't even comprehend. I've never seen a game crash so many times as this game. I'm not sure what causes it. Maybe the too many nations on the map and too many objects, too many carriers, you know. I have no idea, but this map is nightmare, and not because of the difficulty. We will see how to deal with the map itself. It's not going to be that bad. I hope it's not going to be that bad as it was playing it and actually recording it. Because man, that was a slogfest. Holy shit. I swear I'm never taking this game up again. Before this map, or before Mission 10 and the recording issues and the crashes, I was actually contemplating whether I should re-record this whole fucking series, because I've gotten much better at this game compared to where I started off, so I could increase on my maximum efficiency, but no, I'm not gonna do that. Sorry, not happening. No chance. No chance in hell. Even if I had to start over this map once again, I could do it a little bit better, just a tiny little bit better. But no way, no, never ever. Fucking shit. I hate this fucking game. Okay, but if we look past its obvious and horrible weaknesses, then there is a game beneath the surface, and it's a pretty good game at it. It would be a great game if there were no stability issues. And you know, I tried everything. You will see. I even tried resolution change. So I was completely out of options. You know, I started recording the series on a lower resolution, so you're not imagining things. It really was on a lower resolution, and then I switched to a higher resolution because I thought, why not? And then I changed my mind. I was like, yeah, why not? You know, why not? Because it makes the game crash, but I'm not sure if that does it. Yeah, and as you can see, this is very important what I did there. So let's talk about the game real quick. I built a smithy and built a crossbow maker. Very important. Also the barracks. So you start with about 10 soldiers, which is like nothing. So you need to use the iron that you start with. You start with 16 pieces of iron, which is a lot, and you also start with 16 coal, I believe. So a whole lot of iron available, also coal. So you can create 16 halberds from that. That's 16 soldiers. If you also create what's the beer. Yeah, that's the alcoholic beverage that these guys have. So you also need to make a production chain for beer. It makes things a little bit difficult, because in the meantime you also have to get planks, you know. So you need woodcutters, you need stone, so you need quarries. In this specific case I created a single quarry because of the need for tools. You really need to save up tools. And yeah, I'm contemplating expanding my economy right here, but it's not gonna work. What I need to do is destroy my economy to make space for stuff further ahead. So, what this map is about, you can see two friendlies on the two sides of us. So we are the green, no, we are the blue guys. Yeah, I am, I'm colorblind, by the way. So, yeah, there's that. So we are the blue guys, and the green guys to our right. I see that, I see that. I just need to think about it to say it correctly. Yeah, that's colorblind for you. So, the green guys to the right are Scots, and the yellow guys to the left are Egyptians. And I'm gonna curse at the Egyptians a lot this game, but that's, I guess, what every sane person would do. Every sane person would curse at the Egyptians. But the real problem is the Scots to your right. So the initial challenge of the map, and I believe it's the biggest challenge of the map by far, is the Scots being shit, you know? Someone also mentioned it in the comments of my Vikings campaign, that this mission is impossible because of the Scots being shit. And yeah, I agree, the Scots are shit, but it's not impossible. You just need to be very, very efficient, very quick and efficient, and you can get shit done here. I believe you don't even need to restart a lot for good RNG if you get the initial strategy right. I may be wrong about that, I may have gotten some incredibly good RNG this game, but yeah, I believe if you just get a shit ton of guys and then concentrate. Yeah, there's the Egyptian. Yeah, so yeah, so the Scots have an Egyptian enemy. That's a problematic thing, because Egyptians, as you know, are the Zergs, and the Scots, you may see from the minimap, they are pretty slim. They're not really building stuff, they're not really mining, but they're mineral resources, which they could be doing for free, I might add. So Scots versus Egyptians, that's not gonna be funny. On the other side, we also have Scots versus Egyptians, but we are on the Egyptian side, so it's much more relaxing. In fact, it may be a little bit, you know, it may sound like I've played this map a fucking 1,000 times, but these guys, these Egyptians, usually destroy the Scots. But I've had it once, it happened to me, that the Egyptians actually got wrecked. And I lost the map because of the Egyptians, not the Scots. So it happens, you know, you need to get some kind of good RNG, but yeah, the amount of times I've played this map, only once did it happen that the Egyptians died and not the Scots. The other times I had to protect the Scots, so that's why I'm beelining towards the Scots here. Not even thinking about my moves, but just building, military building after military building. And yeah, that's gonna culminate in a lot of soldiers in that area. Of course, you know, the smithy is working on full, barracks is full, you see, full of weapons. It also has a little bit of beer, so it's gonna constantly create some units for us, which is nice. But since we're using all our iron for weapon production, we are tool locked again. This is not a very nice situation to be in. You know, that hunter's hut I just created, it cannot really work while we do not have a tool for it. But all the tools that we are currently using, we are using for good reason. So we cannot really free up any. And as you can see, here is the military strength. The Egyptians are the grey ones. Those are the guys we are gonna attack. And they are very, very fucking strong. So even though we have just created a ton of guys, a ton of soldiers here, we are still weaker, a lot weaker in fact, than them. So we actually need a little bit of assistance from our Scottish friends to actually win the game, but I believe it's minimal RNG, and if you get to this point, like you can create watchtowers over here, you can get most of your army over in that particular part of the world, and by most of your army I mean all of your army, then it should be fine. I'm disabling the barracks over there because I'm not getting a barracks there to get new soldiers or anything. I'm getting it to move my soldiers there for quicker reinforcements. It's essential. And yes, we are gonna get these cutscenes whenever our allies get attacked. And by the way, I forgot to mention one important thing, that our allies cannot die, so they cannot lose their headquarters. If they do, it's game over. So not only us are the important parts, but also our allies. So that's why we make great strides over here to protect the Scots. And I'm building a fortress, which is a small gamble, but just a small one, because usually this Egyptian guy does not expand to our direction too quickly, so it's not an issue. And I found a tool somewhere so I can create a new woodcutter's hut. It's not that we need it per se, but yeah. And also free up another tool on the smithy because we ran out of iron. Relocate some of my woodcutters. And yes, that was just a pre-build. And yes, this is going to be a critical point here. And yeah, you actually do need some luck. I get that. There is some luck involved in this particular part, but to get here, no RNG needed, or minimal RNG needed. Maybe the Scots can screw you over if they expand too quickly, but that didn't really happen to me too often. It's yeah, also the Egyptians are over there, they shipped over. So they have already some military buildings over in that direction as well. It doesn't really matter. In fact, that's probably a good thing that the Egyptians got there first, because it can be accessed by the Scottish AI enemy as well. And that was a cut, yes. Actually, I had to reload that save. Yeah, I did save there, and I had to reload it because I've lost a few battles against the Egyptians. Now I'm making some things here. And I made another save there after the few adjustments, so that I don't have to reload and do that thing again. But again, I've lost a few battles against the Egyptians. So yeah, there is some luck involved here, because sometimes you can end up with the Scots getting killed. And you will see how tight it is in a few seconds here. Because the Egyptians are gonna come, and they're gonna hit hard. So yeah, that was 2 cuts, and we're gonna have a few more. So there's the battle. They are swarming in, the Zergs, but we are not too shabby either. Our melee troops are better than their melee troops, and that makes kind of a big difference. I'm not sure about the ranged guys. I believe their ranged guys could be a lot better than ours, because we are using just trash, basic ranged guys. And as you can see, we're almost losing this encounter. We have barely won it. but we've won it. And that's all we need here. Meanwhile, the ally hat shep suit is under attack. Or should I say hat shep smooth? Well, no, I will not say that. We will see why not. Yeah, not smooth one bit. And let's see the strength. Yeah, as you can see, we have both suffered greatly from this encounter, and we actually do need some assistance from our Scottish friends, but also we have increased the military holdings that we have. These watchtowers are building up, and we still have some soldiers that we can fill these buildings with. Yeah, but we are actually running out of guys here. We are still making crossbowmen in the meantime, so we are getting stronger slowly. We're not making any halberdiers, so that's kinda shitty, but we do have a few halberdiers here and there. As you can see, some guys are just chilling very far from the action. But yeah, we can do stuff. Soon we can attack, I think. But I think I'm waiting for the Scots to get attacked, because they're much weaker than us, and I believe the... Oh no, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm just attacking. Okay, I don't want to see the Scots get killed. Yeah, I witnessed that one too many times. So, not witnessing it again. This encounter much better than the last one, and he destroyed the watchtower. Figures. And I made my mind up to get a guardhouse instead. You know the reasoning for that. I don't want to lose a great chunk of my progress and resources on this crap. And guardhouse. We are finally expanding to the south, which is important. It's gonna be important. And I believe this is not yet the point where we make the final save, so there, now this guy no longer has a chance anymore, so we have basically won. We have swarmed the Zergs. Yeah, of course, he has taken the watchtower to the left because he could. That's why. There's no real benefit to it. And I'm attacking the headquarters to get this over with. I believe that's gonna be the final save where we save because we are not sure about ourselves. That's pretty much won.
О боги, теперь эти наследники... О, великий.
Yeah, I'm really happy at this point, you could tell. And straight away saving, I think. And not straight away, we are destroying this watchtower before that, for whatever reason. Yeah. See you on the other side. And I'm back. We have reloaded because of crashes, of course, naturally. So, we've entered the next section of this map, which is going to revolve around us trying to get McHammer killed. Yes, it's not an easy task, solely because he is very far away and we have exhausted most of our resources fighting the grey guy. So there are two issues. with this task. Right now you see I'm starting up my economy, my coal and iron mines, my iron smelting works, and the metal works soon. Got myself some coffee, great stuff. Love some coffee, it's always good. And of course we want to have a nice little production base over here. I've left these woodcutters here for a reason. They're not just for show, they're not stealing a living. They're gonna work hard. And I'm starting my ship production as well, so things are getting real this time. So of course we need a lot of tools, that's a given. We need a ton of tools on this map. We need a big economy to fuel our mines. And of course we will later on have a few offerings. And in hindsight I should have started the offerings much sooner. Could have concentrated on that more. So here's the tool production facilities. And I'm rebuilding a storehouse, but I'm not really. Yes, I changed my mind. I was thinking about all the tools that are lost in the process of that storehouse getting built. And there's the wood production facility. And I'm trying to juggle my units. And yeah, here you find the first instance of this shit happening, that we do not have a clear way to move our units. So of course you can move your units from one barracks to another, or from the headquarters to a barracks, or shit like that. But what you cannot do, and you will never be able to do that, is evacuate the buildings. The only way you do it is by toggling between ranged and melee troops, you know. Here are the remnants of this grey guy I'm destroying. There are two reasons for it, why I'm destroying this grey guy. Over here and over here specifically, I want to capture the harbor area. And then, that's the main reason. There is a harbor area over there, and it can be accessed by the Scottish enemy. And, you know, Hatshepsut is not really doing the best right now in terms of getting that guy killed. So, in that sense, we are trying our best to help her and make quick progress. Quicken up our progress, if that is a possibility. So this section is gonna be about fighting with the Scots and waiting for the Egyptian friends of ours to do shit, because we cannot. They are stronger than us, they're stronger than the Scots even, so it's gonna be very annoying. Yeah, you can probably imagine how annoying it's gonna be. And let's just connect. Yeah, we have a nice deficit of 11 tools. But it's fine because the metalworks is already rolling. It's working. It's only a matter of time before we get our tool situation under control. And nothing much is gonna happen for a long time. So I'm gonna get myself an economy. That's gonna happen. And I'm gonna get myself gold mines and mints, and I'm gonna start minting coins. I'm also going to start baiting this McHammer guy into attacking us in hopes of attracting an attack from Hatshepsut on his headquarters, because she can very much attack that headquarters if she would want to do that, but she doesn't. So it's a little bit annoying. But yeah, apart from that, maybe it would be worth it. Yeah, we just lost the guardhouse over there due to Hatshepsut. Okay, whatever. No worries. So maybe we should wait for the eventual attack from the Scots, which is gonna come, and don't you worry, it's gonna come. And then move on to talking about stuff that I would like to talk about. Yeah, because I do have a few things in mind. Mainly, I wanted to dedicate this episode of the talk show to children, and specifically my own child. Yes, Simon, who is 2.5 years old, and yeah, it would be cool if one day he would be listening to this and he could like experience this snapshot of mine on what I think, how I see things right now, and it will be interesting to me as well later on if I ever decide to re-watch this in like 10 years when he's bigger. So yeah, children, I have a few things in mind when I'm talking about children, like what are the challenges of upbringing, or what the hell is the word for it? I have no fucking clue. But you know the drill of parenting. Yeah, that's maybe better. So up until now, okay, here is the attack. Here is the attack. It's a huge attack, and I have high hopes that I'm gonna make a dent on him, on MacHammer. Then I'm gonna continue as we watch this battle. Or we can just continue while we watch this battle unfold. So we've had the honor of dealing with Simon for the past 2.5 years, and it's not been easy. I believe it's not easy for any parent with any child to, you know, deal with the challenges of everyday life. But yeah, these 2 years have been very, very difficult, and we have felt it, me and my wife. Yeah, it was not the easiest, you know? Lots of crying, lots of not having fun. But eventually, my feeling is that when you start having conversations with your child, then it starts to become much better. So it's a problem when you cannot really express yourself towards the child, and the child cannot express their thoughts and feelings towards you. So it's kind of a guessing game, and you can pray and hope that things work out fine. And you know, when your child is crying, then you're gonna solve that problem, and you have a good idea on what that problem could be. But it's more of a guessing game than anything. Later on it becomes much better when they actually talk to you and they tell you what they feel like and what they want. Then it can really become a parenting thing. Yeah, and we had a reload here, so yeah, something happened, I'm not sure, and I don't remember, but yeah, we want to do things differently. Yeah, I actually played this on, so I'm not destroying this because I lost this battle and then I cried like a bitch. Yeah, it turned bad real quick. I don't know what exactly happened, but yeah, I had to reload. Maybe a crash happened. Yeah, probably that's what happened. Okay, so getting back to my point, so when you finally have conversations with your child, then it gets much better. And you know, right now Simon is 2.5 years old, so he's getting there. He's already expressing most of his thoughts. which is cool, amazing. But still, there is a lot to grow on, you know. Meanwhile, we are creating a hunter's hut for more crossbows production. I'm not sure in hindsight if I need it, but it's cool. And yeah, in the future, I'm not sure what the challenges will be, because many people say that a small child presents a small issue, but a big child like a 10-year-old or a 15-year-old, they have big problems, and you're gonna have a lot of headaches with those children, much more than you would have with the, you know, 2-year-olds. And I don't quite understand that just now, because I have my experience with, you know, older children. I don't have that close, you know, experiences, but I have experiences, and I don't believe that that's as difficult or more difficult. Yeah, right now I'm juggling between things. And again, I did a save, but I did not reload that. I'm just saving now, just to have these, you know, fail safes. Not because the map is hard at this point, but because, yeah, you know, it's gonna crash on me. And here I have hope that Hatshepsut is gonna kill the guy, but yeah, he's not attacking with enough oomph. So he's gonna fail horribly. So yeah, I don't believe that older children like 10-year-olds and 15-year-olds are worse. I really don't believe that. What I believe in is that 2-year-olds, you cannot really express themselves, or they cannot express themselves, so you have a harder time with them. But with 10-year-olds, you know, you're gonna have no trouble delivering your point, or at least you shouldn't have an issue there. We will see, we will see. Right now I don't feel like it's gonna be a big issue, but yeah, we are still ahead of this. It's gonna be interesting to see. And yeah, it's very interesting because how you do with the parenting thing, I have very distinct ideas on how I will approach things. So I would assume that at age 15 or something like that, you know, high school times, then your children just start ignoring you altogether. So I'm aware of that, and I believe that's gonna happen to me as well, so I'm not deluded to think that it's not gonna happen. But right now we are like friends. We are like best friends. So it's kind of cool. It's very nice. You know, we play football. Yeah, he's pretty good at it, in fact. And we play with cars, toy cars. Yeah, we play with Legos and shit. It's amazing, and he has really cool thoughts, and I love hearing his unique thoughts that, you know, maybe no one has ever had before. I can't really give an example just now, but just trust my word on it that he indeed has these. Yeah, and it's really cool, and I just can't wait to get to know him better, you know, to have time pass on and experience more of his thoughts, of his beliefs. I want to see what sport he chooses. So right now we are playing football, you know, in our small little apartment. Yeah, there is like a 3-meter long passage or hallway that we use for football matches. And it's gonna be interesting if he will actually like football, like I do. If I can, you know, poison him with the love of football, or if he's just gonna choose something completely different. Like I have some sports that I absolutely hate, like you know, basketball. I fucking hate basketball. I think it's the dumbest fucking shit ever. You know, all you need to do is just be fucking 2 meters high and you're set. You know, it's a fucking stupid sport. But I've been playing some sports. So one sport competitively, not some sports. But yeah, it's. I think it's gonna be a surprise to me if he decides to choose the sport that I was competitive in. It was squash. Yeah, I was playing squash for over a decade, and I've stopped it recently. Yeah, it kinda came together with me creating playthroughs. So it happened in like the last half a year that I've actually dropped squash altogether. Yeah, I had several reasons for it, but yeah, that's not the point. I would be very, very interested to see if he actually would be interested in that story of me playing that sport competitively, and whether he would be interested in playing himself. But yeah, my initial thought is that I wouldn't force his hand on anything. Like if I were a 4C guy, I would probably want him to follow me on my footsteps and to have him also play that sport. But you know, I would like him to choose for himself. So I would like to give him that opportunity, which I think everyone should get, to choose what they like. Not only sports, but many other things. I think you have to choose some things for your child, but you have to limit yourself on that department. And I'm hoping I'm gonna limit myself well enough in that. I wanna give the appropriate autonomy for my kid. I hope he will agree with me on that one, that he did get it, and his hand was not forced. I think it's very important. Yeah, meanwhile, about the game, we are creating the 2 gold mines that we are gonna need. And I'm trying to get a small auxiliary economy over here. Yeah, farm, bakery, mill for the pretzels, and then I'm gonna get some more pretzels. Yeah, so I'm very curious how things are gonna turn out, how his relationship with me is going to be shaped throughout the years. I don't expect that we are gonna be, you know, best friends ever in the time when he's like 15 or something like that. But I would like to have a good relationship with him. I would like to have meaningful conversations, and you know, not just have the usual "okay, piece of dad" type of thing. I think it's gonna be a big challenge to keep a reasonably good relationship with my son. This I cannot comment yet on how this can be achieved, because I don't know. Right now it does not seem that hard, but he's just 2 years old, so all I need to do is just spend time with him, and it works, you know? Later on it's gonna be more complex, and I can only hope that I find a way to do it to maximum efficiency do the relationship with my kid. But we will see. We will see. Yes. So another crash happened. That's nice. Yeah, I'm not sure what happens in my computer. Probably it's a piece of trash and I should just replace it. Yeah, but you know, it costs money and shit. As you can see, fucking laggy piece of shit trash. Fucking ass. Yeah, it's frozen at my side as well, so it's not your video. Yeah. Yeah, I've had my fair share of difficulties recording this game. I'm sorry for it. It's really out of my control. I tried many things, and I'm not sure if anything helped at all. It felt like I was playing this game for like 8 hours, and it's gonna last, I don't know what, 1.5 hours. Because of the fucking crashes. Yeah. So I don't know what the hell I was talking about. I was a little bit distracted after recording the last part, so I don't know, man. I don't know. Back to playing the game, I guess. So I'm building some watchtowers over here. It's getting ready for the attack on the dude guy, McHammer, because it works two ways, you know, that harbor. I can attack him as well. But it's gonna take some time before we can actually do that. And I'm really juggling iron over here. And I'm opening a second iron and coal deposit over here. And an iron smelter as well, to double up on the fun. I'm not sure if this is necessary in hindsight, but yeah, I did that. As you can see, very tool intensive, these builds. And I destroyed the ox farm to get more tools out. A mistake. And every now and then I attack this guy. He tries to land here. Now I think he is not able to land here anymore, so if he wants to come, he has to attack. Yeah, but he attacks our Egyptian friends through the water. So yeah, you can do that, my friend. You're free to do that. Hatshepsut is actually getting beat here. Slowly but surely she's losing. And another save because of the fucking crashes. I'm starting to lose my shit over here. For good reason. But yeah, it's not that safe just yet. That I'm gonna use later on. Because it's gonna crash. I assure you it's gonna crash. It's gonna crash how many more times? 4 more times. No, 3 more times. It's gonna crash 3 more times before I can actually finish this fucking nightmare. And I'm building another watchtower because I can. And you know, bolstering my defenses over there to dissuade him from attacking me. I don't know what the hell I was doing there. Not sure. I would love to know what the hell I'm doing right now, but I don't. Yeah, I'm probably getting my halberdiers out is what I'm trying to do. Some more fishers for some more fish. And I've actually built my third ship, which is going to be used to launch the fucking attacks. And I realized this barracks over here no longer has any relevance whatsoever, and I skipped destroying it, which is weird, but I did that. And I'm trying to reorganize my barracks as it is. Not just yet, but I'm gonna do that. And Crescentia is gonna come. Take the long scenic route to this harbor area. And I actually missed getting the, offering for quicker ships. It would have been nice for this one, but anyway, it wouldn't be possible to. Holy shit. So it wouldn't be possible to attack just now because I'm lacking in numbers right now. As you can see, militarily we are kind of similar with the teal guy. But I'm still scared shitless because he is the Scottish. And Scottish, as you know from last map, we know how hard they can hit and how good they are against the Bavarians. So yes, nothing much is really happening. I'm just pissed at my Egyptian allies that they couldn't finish off MacHammer, because we could already be done with the whole fucking map if we had just done that. Well, maybe I would be scared about Rascal, the red dude, the final boss, but I shouldn't be, really. We have the numbers, I believe. Yeah, but we are still a little bit light on numbers, and the problem you could see from that barracks, not sure if you noticed it, but it was full, and we are currently limited by the productivity of that barracks. So if we just had 2 barracks, we would double the production of our guys. Would make sense. That would absolutely make sense. And I'm launching a, expedition to get vision on the harbor area. Because I cannot launch an attack just yet. And here I made a massive mistake of not expanding in this part of the island. Because here is the gemstones, and gemstones are kinda nice. They are kinda very nice, very interesting. And here I'm trying to free up my guys that are upgraded, but it's a windmill fight, as they say here. It's not really doing much. And yeah, nothing much is happening, so we could continue on our merry way of talking about shit. And one thing we've talked about with my wife is how we're gonna, influence how our kid, thinks. And, I'm really an advocate for independent thinking, so I would like him to have his own thoughts. Very much like so. But some things, you kinda have to have an effect on. Like what I was talking about in many episodes, the how you choose your partner thing is kind of important, but also very important is the fact that how you choose your friends, because they are going to influence your life very heavily. But it's debatable whether it's worth it to go so deep into influencing, because you know, if you have too much influence on someone, then you're gonna achieve the opposite of what you were trying to achieve. You're just exerting control over someone. You're not really influencing anymore, you're controlling. Right now I'm destroying these military buildings because I'm trying to, you know, get my upgraded guy number up. And right now we're upgrading our guys, our mediocre guys as well. So I want to use my coins effectively to get as many good guys, great guys as possible. Great guys are much better than mediocre guys. Here I was thinking that gemstones will not be useful, so I just made progress over there to further weaken Mr. Machammer. Finally decided to delete that barracks, which was never used really. Or it was used, but it was not used well. And I'm shuffling around with my guys to make this a promotion center. You will see how that's done. Soon we are gonna launch the attack on Mr. Machammer, because we are getting some hefty guys in here. Looks really nice. I'm actually getting more numbers in here before doing that. And something funny is gonna happen as well. Well, not necessarily really very funny, but you know, whatever. Now it's much more efficient setup over there with the barracks, and I'm moving my second tier guys into that barracks, so that's gonna be the upgrade center for them, which is only going to kick in at the end of the map, pretty much. So it's not really going to have great effect on how things turn out. And before we get to that point, I would like to shortly touch on the fact that this map is ending in a very unusual way. We're gonna need a hell of a lot of stone to finish the map. Right now we have like 100 stones, so we are pretty healthy on that department. But it's you know, you can never have enough stone, so it's going to be important to get a ton of stone. This time not for building, you know, fortresses, but yeah, and there's the funny thing. My Egyptian friend, very handily, is trying to take away my fortress. But sadly for him, we are almost finishing with the fortress. Yeah, he's also making good progress, but the stone is moving in very quickly. I think it's moving in more quickly than his stone is. So he can suck my cock, pretty much. It's gonna finish way ahead of his stupid fucking watchtower. And our guys are already on the way. Yeah, joke's on you. And then, as you can see, we are way stronger now than Mr. Machammer. He has stopped growing a little. And Hatshepsut is getting his attack on, and finally he's showing what the Zergs are about, attacking with a fuck ton of guys. So I would have attacked anyway, but this just makes things easier. And actually he wins. Or she wins. Yeah. Good stuff.
Теперь это не
And
сложнее,
yeah.
чем...
Ты права. А,
Точно.
There's Rascal. I saved, and thank fuck I did, because literally 1 minute later I got a crash, so yeah, good shit. So we are now swarming in. Okay, so Rascal is very angry or something, he's blockading off his own stupid headquarters, and this signals the final chapter of the map and the final chapter of the game too. Now and save, yeah. So I'm doing this slider technique, very specific slider technique to have some protection. So if Rascal decides to attack from 1,000 kilometers away, then I still have some protection on my asshole. And again with the fucking lag, okay? I believe it's the last one, so yeah. Please be patient with this shit. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine, okay? Okay. One more push. Okay, yeah. Okay, fine. Good. So, I'm doing a little bit of barracks juggling here with the troops, and that's gonna give us some nice little things. We are going to concentrate our soldiers in different barracks as this, and that makes sure that we are promoting into tier 3 guys in that topmost barracks. So that's the reason why we are doing this. And at this point I think I realized that I would do well with some fucking offerings. I could have started earlier, but I just somehow ignored the offerings. Yeah, so I got myself a gemstone mine and an altar of offerings. Yes. Another save, another crash. That's how things go around these parts. I believe 2 more crashes to go. Yeah, at this point it's no longer really a contest. You know, Rascal is still left. I decided to double up on my economy for whatever reason. I was thinking that maybe this would speed up the gold producing process, but once again I would do things differently if I were me, this instance of life. Hindsight is a powerful thing, you know? Sometimes I become Captain Obvious. Yeah, these waterways, I did them like 3 times, and they always disappeared because, you know, I did them while I had the fucking crash and I had no save, so yeah, shit happens. Now we are accumulating some nice numbers, like 30 halberdiers, 100 crossbowmen. Yeah, it's looking really juicy over here. And we are getting the altars. And some more farms, because why not? You know, why not? Maybe the reason why not is to preserve some tools. Maybe that's the reason. Yeah, no clue. No clue why I keep doing this. Yeah, meanwhile some mines are exhausted, so we can move on in life. I've completely missed it, but I've started the offering thing sometime. I'm not sure when that happened. And now I researched the Blessing of Poseidon, which I could have used a long time ago. It could have been maybe better. Not sure. Well, it speeds up ships, so it sure would do something. Not sure what exactly. So I believe when you have these long supply chains, the things are gonna get there eventually, but you're just gonna have a time delay of the thing actually getting there, but the thing is gonna get there anyway, very steadily. Here I'm just bullshitting around because I'm bored or something. I don't know, man. I really could be like finishing up the map at this point, but you know, maximum efficiency, you gotta do shit that you're not really gonna ever need. And as you can see, we are nearly as strong as Raskal at this point, so with brains we can just defeat him. But I'm building some fortresses. There's a good reason for doing that. I wanna, like always, overwhelm the enemy with my numbers. That's a good way to preserve troops, to win battles, to get forward in life. And here I make some bad decisions on how to improve on the road situation. Yeah, Scots are really in my way. Yeah, that was the bad decision, like, right there. Like, blocking that dock with my waterway. Horrible, frankly, ridiculous. But here I find some coal, so I'm very happy, because coal is getting light. And getting some more altars of offerings, because I'm gonna prepare a lot of offerings, not because I specifically need them or anything, but they're cool. They help me somewhat. And now our numbers are getting really inflated. And we are getting some nice soldiers in here. Like right here we have some tier 2, but I believe we do have tier 3 guys as well at this point. And I destroy my watchtower with access to the fucking, you know, gemstone mine. So, yay me. At this point I didn't realize that I had the offering which gets us gold coins. And I'm gonna realize it later and it's gonna suck, the realization. But that's the way this map goes. I've pretty much lost my sanity on this map. Not because of, yeah, you know why. This fucking map fucking sucks. Sucks balls, not the map. The fucking game sucks. Not the game, but the fucking, you know. I said I would course a lot and I did deliver on that. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure there are no, you know, complaints in that department. And yeah, finally I have a tier 3 guy, crossbow sniper, what a cool name. And I'm looking for a tier 3 halberdier. What it looks like, I've never seen them. I'm gonna find one eventually, somewhere. Yeah, and here I realize I have no ox, so I will need fucking ox farm again. Yeah, and I'm moving the ham and pretzels closer to the gold mines, to that storehouse. And we're out of salt on this part as well. It's a little weird how both of them got exhausted at the same time. Makes me wonder if it's true. Maybe they have a huge range and I just didn't yet realize it. Not sure, and here I'm gonna build a geologist to find out what's over in that direction. And I destroyed this because... Okay, penultimate crash. Now probably you get the point why I was saying that I was fucking done with this map. And here I realized that, oh, there is a use for gemstones here. So I actually started researching the offering, which grants us coins in exchange for a single gemstone. So that's kinda nice. I deleted that fisherman because he's gonna exhaust his resources. I knew that because of the fucking crash, like always. And maybe finally now I still haven't decided that I wanted to attack. Okay. Okay. So I'm not sure what's going on right now. Okay, I'm still trying to upgrade my guys efficiently. It's hard to do when you have like 200 guys. And a lot of them are holed up in military buildings. It's difficult to do this efficiently. It's difficult in this game. Yeah, and nothing much is really going on over here, nothing much is going to go over here, so I'm going to quickly move on to the topic of what's coming next. So, I was thinking about how to continue, and I had some vague ideas on what we could be doing, and yeah, we are going to do stuff, naturally. We are going to continue maybe maximum efficiency, but what I was thinking about would not be maximum efficiency. Yes, I have an idea in mind what to do next. It's not maximum efficiency. So maybe this specific series that I trademarked is not going to continue just right now, but feel free to suggest to me something that can be done in maximum efficiency fashion. Like, this game also was suggested to me. I never even heard about this one before, so it's very cool. I love it when people tell me useful stuff. Feel free to do that. Feel free to give me your best thoughts, your best games that you think can be done in maximum efficiency fashion, and I will see what I can do with that. As you can see, maximum efficiency suits best the strategy games. Yeah, where, you know, you kind of have to do things efficiently. But yeah, maybe I'm going to tell the idea that I had. So, you know, your suggestions are of course welcome. So then maybe later on we will get maybe your suggestion, so it's all welcome. Even if you watch this like 5 years from where it was uploaded, still give me your suggestions on what to play in maximum efficiency fashion, because there is every possibility that it's gonna happen, you know? So, my thoughts on what to continue with and what to look forward to. I was thinking, you know, even back in yeah, we have surpassed Rascal, so nothing to fear anymore. So even back in Settlers 2 Vikings, I was thinking about playing Black and White 2 and evil maxing, and I still hold that up. It would be amazing to play that game, but before I do that, I will have to find a way to speed that game up because it's a very slow game, and yeah, I wouldn't want to bore myself to death and bore you to death. Like, these final 2 missions of this game, also fucking long and fucking tedious, could be called boring by some. And Black and White 2 also could be boring if it drags out. So I don't want that, you know, I really don't want that to drag out too long. I would have to first find a way to make that game quicker. And another thought I had was Heroes 4, the campaigns. And that's probably where I'm headed next. I have a few campaigns in mind that are amazing, and of course highest difficulty. Getting them would be kinda nice. And the way I wanted to call it would be stat maxing. So it wouldn't be maximum efficiency, because in that game it's hard to, you know, do things maximum efficiently. But stat maxing, yeah, that game is all about stat maxing, so it's gonna be fine as is, without the trademarked maximum efficiency. It's gonna be fun if I decide on that. Yeah. If you want a specific Heroes 4 campaign, then I'm all for it. One thing to note, if you know Heroes 4, then I would be playing with the Equilibrius mod, and the Equilibrius mod has, you know, a few tweaks, balance tweaks, and that makes things a little bit tricky for a certain campaign. It's the Barbarian campaign. It's border on impossible on the highest difficulty. So anything but the Barbarian campaign will do. So yeah, that's for the future. Let's see what we hold, what the future holds for us. And now we are finally entering the final parts of the map, and we can soon call it. Yes. And a very strange way to end the game and the map. But that's what we will have. We're gonna have a few battles here and there. We are just fighting against the remnants of these guys, and of course I'm saving like every 2 minutes because fucking shit. Yeah, you already know that. You know my opinions about this game. Don't have to showcase it to you. And yeah, the grey guy is pretty much exhausted of his remaining resistance. And actually the guy is attacking us, but he does not know what he's up for. Yeah. We're much stronger than Rascal at this point. so it's not gonna be a contest. What we're gonna have, instead of a contest, is a fucking crash. That's what we're gonna have. So this Raskal dude put a spell on us that makes our archers misfire, but we don't care. We don't want to wait all that time to make a move, you know? It's not maximum efficiency style, we have waited enough as is. Man, I would like to do this map again. Much more efficient fashion, but this crashing, it makes things so difficult. So unnecessarily difficult. Yeah, and here is the big battle. It's like, kinda like the final battle. It's not the final battle, but yeah, you know, the resistance of this guy is going to wane after this. Oh yeah, but he just refuses to fight. He can do that. Okay, so I'm just checking. Yeah, I'm building a stone mine. A little bit of foreshadowing. I've not really built stone mines before, so it may seem weird, and it is weird. But you know, I can do it, so why not? Okay, I'm not sure. This time I'm just shitting around. Yeah, and I'm preparing for the final stretch, getting some roads, trying to get some efficient roads up. Yeah. And I don't like that road, so I'm removing it. So as you can see, a bunch of roads. May seem weird, but we're gonna need it. And yeah, I'm starting to supply stone and some planks into this specific storehouse. Because we're gonna do a lot of building. So we're gonna need the planks. And we're gonna need the stone not only for building, but also for the first and final time in this game. We're gonna be catapulting. Yes. It's gonna be nice. And we are under attack. Oh no. What are we gonna do? They don't even give a shit, it seems. Can't really be arsed to even look at it, and the attack repelled. So, yeah. And I finally realized that there is a pile of stone over there and I can actually use that. So, the end of the map against this Raskal dude, not a challenge, because this red dude is very, you know, he's in his confined zone and he's not really comfortable there. Stuck behind rocks and shit. He has not too many mineral resources. He's exhausting them pretty fast. So he's not really getting that strong as like the yellow guy in the last map. And we are starting to build the catapults. Yes, here we go. Catapult gameplay. What a weird fucking end to the game that you have to catapult. And I will tell an interesting thing about it. The first time I played this map, I just didn't know what the hell I was doing wrong. Like, the objective says, destroy Raskal's fortress and uncover Olympus' disappearance. That's the tasks you have. Also, do not lose your allies, but we are besides that point. So the destroy Raskal's fortress. Okay, I can't attack the headquarters because we're blocked away from it. So I was focused on the other task, and it says uncover the fog of war to gain information about the disappearance. And damn, man, it was not correct. I was misled, horribly misled by this. I was busting fog. So I was busting fog in the final stretch. The first time I played it, of course. And yeah, it was not really fruitful. You know, because that's not what you have to do. You have to catapult the shit out of the headquarters. That's what you have to do. But you know, the objective list doesn't tell you that. It just doesn't. So yeah, fucking shit, fucking piece of shit. I spent like half an hour trying to figure out how to end this fucking mission before I went like, you know what? Let's just build a catapult over there. Why not? And it worked. Weird fucking... Like, if that's what you have in mind, why don't you tell us? Like, outright, you need to catapult the shit out of that headquarters because it's blocked. Fucking shit. And like always, that's a reload. And you know, right, that's not because I lost the map, that's because of a fucking crash. And that's the final one, I promise. Yeah, we are in the final stretch. We're building the catapults. The catapults are almost ready to roll. And yes, just making small configurations on the roads. Maybe that helps somewhat. And I'm killing the final parts of the Raskal army. Raskal Nation, Jim Shark. Finally, catapults are... Come on, catapults, get built. Okay, so here's the big battle, big ass battle. 21 soldiers versus 17 soldiers. We haven't really had a good battle in this whole fucking, you know, end part. Good battles we had were against the Egyptians. Some against the Scots. This I'm not even watching it. Yeah, because he already deleted it. Yeah. Joke. What a joke. Yeah, and finally some catapults are online, and I disabled that catapult because if you don't hit them consistently, then they're gonna repair slowly over time. So it's just wasted stone, pretty much. Yeah, and catapults are getting built, and we are starting to shower them with rocks. Good stuff. In this game, catapults are always accurate, as far as I can tell. But they need a fair few shots. And unlike in Settlers 2, they don't remove soldiers, so they don't kill soldiers. They just make your buildings go poof. That's what they do. Not sure about their utility. That's the only reason why you would use them, to end this fucking mission. And then this mission we will... Yeah. 2 cats down. They are just there for distraction. Finally, you can watch a scenic view. And I'm gonna have some fucking moving around because I'm not really... I don't like how the camera angle was, so I tried to adjust it. It's moving around like a worm. squiggling. But it doesn't matter what I'm doing. It's over. Don't need to press a button anymore. Fucking difficult mission. Done with. And a fucking difficult game. Fucking annoying game, but a good game. I'm not gonna take that away from this game. It's a good game. So I would play it again if it wasn't so fucking unstable.
Меня зовут
And we have
Гарибальд
won.
Великий.
Hooray!
Желчь и гной. Это просто
Yes!
сказочный конец.
Finally.
Я так растроган.
An arduous process,
О, да.
but
Они здесь.
Russian guys
И
are happy, everyone is happy. Everyone who needs to be happy is happy, and this, don't read this, this is bullshit. Skip it, skip it, skip it. Close your eyes. And there we go, that was maximum fucking efficiency in Settlers Rise of Cultures. I hope to see you on the next adventure. See you.